Hi guys, it's Debbie. As the end of 2018 has arrived, the time has come to look back at what the world of cinema has given us this year. I already uploaded my first video in which I speak about the best films of 2018. You'll find that linked down below, so make sure to check it out. But today we're diving into something else, because here come the worst films of 2018. Before entering this world of ghastly acting, I would just like to point out one thing. Did you notice that this year nobody is speaking about the 50 Shades film? We're all just like, shh, we've made it through. It was the last one. We've done it, guys. Just don't speak about it. The first film on my list today is Blockers, the story of a group of parents who try to stop their kids from having sex at prom. I guess this could be a sufficient description and reason as to why this film is on the list today, but allow me to just point out some other features. First of all, both parents and their kids are portrayed in the most stereotyped manner possible. On the one hand, we have barely 18-year-old kids planning on behaving as individuals 10 years older than themselves, going out for a night and having wild sex. If you've ever been to an end of a school year party, you will know that it is usually held in the school's assembly room with your gym teacher screaming that the music's too loud, and at 10:30 you're all in bed. Then the parents in Blockers are shown as absolutely clueless people. And also there are multiple families involved, married couples, but the film conveniently picks only 3 people: John Cena, the Hulk dad, Leslie Mann, the cute mum, and Ike Barinholtz, the sad dad, because that just sounds more fun. And we were in for treats such as John Cena having alcohol pumped into his anus, chewing his daughter's underwear, ingenious jokes based on eggplant and banana emojis, never seen on screen concepts such as a character hiding in the bedroom, even under the bed, while people are in the room. Instead of watching Blockers, I would recommend watching Lady Bird, which is a down-to-earth coming-of-age story of a teenager who, if we have to draw comparisons based on a Blockers level, actually has realistic sex, goes to realistic end-of-school parties, fights with her parents, and eventually has us all in tears. The next film on the list is Truth or Dare, a horror story of a group of friends who get themselves caught in a deadly game of Truth or Dare, which either forces them to reveal really painful, bitter truths or carry out dangerous dares, with no way out of the game if not by death. The idea behind the film is not actually that bad. It's a good idea for just a simple summer horror flick, but it wasn't. Everything in this film, not considering the actual game, is so detached from reality that there is no way the audience can relate to the characters and be scared for them. All these characters are just super wealthy, ridiculously beautiful teen idols. There is a demonic game making the characters potentially die, and they seem to be more worried about the gossip than the risk of death. As viewers, once we understood how the game actually worked, we could actually predict the scary moments with great accuracy. The third film on this list is Life of the Party, starring Melissa McCarthy as a mother who, after divorcing and going through a rather tough moment in her life, decides to enroll in college alongside her daughter, thus experiencing all the wonders of the young age, but while having an older and presumably more mature mindset. Sounds fun, right? It was lost in useless moments such as our main character describing her vagina as a vagoogle, which apparently knows everything and frightens people, but in an attractive way. All the characters were so poorly written that the daughter basically just stands next to her mum for the whole film, just shaking her head and rolling her eyes. And the mean girls in college had the emotional span of a 6-year-old who makes fun of her classmate during break because of her hairstyle. The fourth film I would like to include here today is I Feel Pretty. Now, since the moment I watched the trailer for this film, I was convinced this would have been the worst film of the year. After watching it, I must admit it was not as terrible as I was expecting it to be. It was still terrible. So in I Feel Pretty, we have Amy Schumer as a woman who is very upset about her appearances. She doesn't feel confident about her body, and this makes her very shy and stops her from living her life at its fullest. One day at the gym, she suffers a concussion, and when she wakes up, she sees herself as embodying her ideal of the perfect woman. This boosts her confidence, it creates a series of misunderstandings, she understands the importance of inner beauty instead of outer beauty and all that good stuff. I said it wasn't as terrible as I was expecting because Amy Schumer actually did a good job at the beginning of the film. We really felt for her sadness. But instead of building up something inventive from there, something fun, something engaging, something with a message, from there on it was just a roller coaster of terrible, terrible jokes. So the kind a 13-year-old would say after hearing his older brother saying bad sex jokes. The character development is limited to, I feel confident, so now I'm entitled to just be arrogant and do useless things such as underground bikini contests in pubs. This film wants to be about confidence, but it ends up delivering a message in a rather childish manner, I would say. The fifth and last film I'd like to speak about today is Slenderman. Slenderman is a horror film based on the urban legend of this mysterious figure who suddenly appears out of the shadows and haunts, follows, harms people, especially children. I really don't know why Slenderman was picked as a potential bait for viewers, as this used to be a scary internet trend back when my friends and I were in school. I really don't think that most of the teens today would even know who Slenderman is. But for the purpose of this video, let's just say that they are familiar with the whole topic. The film is bad in any case. I seriously don't remember watching such a boring horror movie in years. So it opens with this shot of a character sneezing and her friend saying this ominous message of something on the lines of our ancestors thought sneezes were demons coming out of the body, as if we were in some artsy A24 film like The Witch. But then it just proceeds this chaotic, boring story which never engages us. When I was actually talking about the best films of this year, I ended up speaking about horror films in general and about how one of the big problems with bad horror films is that they are completely detached from us. The events are presented in such a cold manner that we can't relate to the pain, the fear the characters are feeling. And this is exactly what happened in Slenderman. So what are the worst films of 2018 in your opinion? Let me know with a comment down below, and remember to watch the other video in which I speak about the best films of 2018. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to subscribe and I'll see you soon. Bye.